Hello lovely theater kids, and welcome back to another video by Theater Inspired. This week we are going to be back to the normal theater related videos on Thursdays. Yay! So this week I wanted to do one that's a little different. Recently I have been obsessed with Natalia Taylor's Storytimes. I love her. I think she's hilarious. I will link her channel down below. And you guys should all go check her out and subscribe to her. She's really, really funny. She's got great stories, and I love it. Anyway, the point of that shout out was one of her story times kind of sparked an idea for one of my own. And it's a story that may help you guys as well. So she has a story time entitled Cringy Modeling Scam. I will also link that down below in the doobly-doo. So I was reminded of my own modeling scam incident. So I thought I would share that with you guys because if you're going to be in the modeling or the theater industry or the movie business, you are going to be scammed by someone at some point in time. It is almost a guarantee. It basically comes with the territory. So I'm going to tell you guys today about my story. Okay. So this started back about 4 years ago. I was a senior in high school, little 18-year-old me. I was way more awkward than I am now. I didn't really care about my appearance. I basically thought that, I tried to look nice and that was that. I never really thought of myself as pretty. And so we were on our senior class trip. Now, I grew up in Vermont, which is literally my town where I grew up was 45 minutes from Canada. That's how far up north I was. So the most fun place we could go was 3.5 hours away to Six Flags. So we all packed onto a bus and hauled our butts down to Six Flags for our senior class trip. While at Six Flags, in the middle of the park, I don't know if you guys have seen this before in other theme parks. I know definitely not at Disney, because no way Disney would allow this. There was a tent set up in the middle of one of the walkways. And basically it was a modeling agency who were scouting out people at the amusement park that day to be part of their, not necessarily a campaign, but basically be a part of their program and to sign with them. Now, this is where I should have drawn a red flag. Who looks for models in an amusement park? That just does not make sense to me. So, as the day went on, a few of the girls in my class were approached, and I was one of them. And I had no idea why I was being approached. But, of course, I had that mentality of, oh my god, somebody actually thinks I'm pretty, somebody actually wants to take pictures of me and put me in a magazine. Oh my god, okay, I'll do it. Literally what was going through my head. Really embarrassed about that now, but I tried to be, really calm and cool about it. And I remember the woman who, was holding the clipboard was like, your eyes are so pretty, they look really great and they would look beautiful in photos. I'm sure you're really photogenic. And of course, I shook my head no, and she didn't believe me, of course, because that's her job. So I was nice about it and I signed up, not necessarily signed up here's my money, but signed up I put my name in. I said that they could give me a call with more information, gave them my hair color, eye color, height, that sort of thing, the normal stuff that a modeling agency would look at. They gave me their business card, which I immediately threw out once I realized that this was a scam. The company name was really generic, something like Next Star Modeling, something really random like that. I guarantee you that's probably not what it was called, but that's what I'm going to call it today because I can't remember it. Now, there was another girl in my class who was approached and also signed up the same way I did. Now, we're going to call her Tina. I don't keep in contact with this girl anymore. She was a girl I went to high school with, But she does play a part in this story, so that's why I'm including her, but changing her name to keep her privacy. So, Tina and I both signed up for this modeling agency. I really wanted to do it. I really wanted to kickstart my career, especially like in theater, and thought maybe breaking into like even the modeling business would be a great way to get myself out there and get myself noticed. So I went home, I talked about it with my mom, and we both said this would be a great idea. We just have to make sure the company is legit. So I became a detective and went on my laptop and spent the next 4 hours that night as soon as I got home from my class trip researching this company. Now, I will admit, I was very disappointed with what I found because little 18-year-old me thought that this was actually going to be legit. And I found out that basically everyone who reviewed this company was saying it was a scam. Now, I went on their website and they didn't have any photos of their clients. They literally had just generic photos of an office building of like where all this would take place. And they, as I said, they didn't have pictures of their clients. They only had logos of the companies their clients worked for. And that was such as Gap and Old Navy and companies of that nature. I think American Eagle may have been thrown in there as well, but I am not entirely sure. As I said, this was 4 years ago. I don't remember. So it just struck me as odd that there were no pictures of their models or even pictures of photo shoots that they had done. So I was looking at reviews of this place. And as I said, each and every one of them was negative. And the main thing that these people were saying was that this company would steal their money by giving them initially a service, but never following through. So what they would say was you would pay for photographs, like headshots, professional headshots, but after they were taken, you would never see the headshots. You would never get any printouts of the headshots to hand in for, say, auditions or casting calls if you wanted to do it on your own. And you would never be contacted by them again. And what I found out was from these reviews that this company was actually kind of like a stepping stone company. What they would do was, or what they said they would do, was they would take your pictures and they would send it out to casting agents and modeling agents. And the modeling agents would decide if they wanted to represent you, and they would be the ones to get you the jobs, not this company. Whereas, as I said, I'm going to call it Next Star Modeling. Whereas Next Star Modeling, basically what they have been telling me at the park was, we get you gigs with Gap. We get you gigs with Old Navy. So this was all news to me. And I was no way in heck going to be paying them money to basically do nothing for me. This is where Tina comes into play. So Tina didn't do the research that I did, or maybe she did and just chose not to believe it. About a week or so later in study hall, we were chatting and she brought up that she was going to do a photo shoot with them, that she would be going back down to Boston the next weekend and be doing a photo shoot. And I remember sitting there and saying to her, like, Tina, this is a scam. Like, you may want to cancel because from all the stuff I've looked up, like, it's a scam. I don't want you to be taken advantage of. I don't want your money taken. Like, this is the research I've seen. Please don't do this. And she was like, no, it's legit. Like, they have a hair and makeup artist for me. They're going to take some really nice pictures. They say that Gap might want me. And I honestly couldn't stop her. And I remember people in town being very excited that she was going to go model for Gap and all this, that, and the other thing. And now I can't tell for sure what did transpire after that photo shoot, but as far as I know, nothing did. And when I say nothing, I mean like basically the talk of her modeling, nothing. Like it wasn't spoken of anymore. She didn't talk about it. The town never talked about it. Now, my family growing up, we did shop Gap a lot. We got the catalogs in the mail. We never saw her picture in Gap. There was never any posts on social media about another modeling gig she had, or that, like, this is me on set for the Gap shoot or something like that. So this is purely an assumption, but I'm assuming nothing came out of that, which really sucks. Hello guys, this is Allie in the editing room here. As I was editing this, I actually got a message from Tina on Facebook about this experience. So I wanted to read that to you. I went to Boston, paid travel and days spent at the photo shoot. At the end, I paid out of pocket for advertisement of my photos, but that was all I paid. And now my photos are out there, outdated now, but they were being looked at for consideration. I wouldn't say it was a scam, but the time spent didn't get me anywhere. So the entire reason I am telling you this story is basically be careful. You never know who is a scam artist and who is true. A lot of people in this business masquerade as a real company, a real agent, or even a real producer of some sorts. You never know who is lying and who is telling the truth. My number one thing is you always have to do your research. Never, ever, ever talk to anyone, go do something that costs you money or anything of that nature without doing your research first. And it also takes knowing the business. Like, is there a certain thing that casting directors never ever do, but this one happens to be? I remember Natalia Taylor said in one of her videos, the cringy modeling scam video, that the email that she had been emailing was one letter off from what it should have been if it was a true email from the company that was asking her for things. So take a look at that as well. Like, make sure everything is legit before you sign anything, before you pay anybody any money. Like, you want to be safe in this business and you don't want to be taken advantage of. That is my piece of advice to you, and I really, really hope you learned something from this story time. And if you like these types of videos, let me know and maybe I'll do more. But I really wanted to share this particular story because I feel like it would help people in the theater industry, because people in our industry get taken advantage of so often, and it's just really hard to distinguish what is reality and what is not when it comes to events and gigs in this business. Alright guys, that's it for this week on Theater Inspired. I really hope you enjoyed this story time. If you want me to do more of these videos, please comment down below. And if there's a particular story you want to hear, say about like my first college audition, my first theater experience, I don't know, something, comment that down below as well. Subscribe to our channel for videos every Thursday and now Mondays as well, with London vlogs coming up every Monday. Follow our social media links down in the description box. And also, thank you so much for 25 subscribers. I know that's not a big number, but it is to me, whereas when I started out with this channel, I had 2. And it really, really, really means a lot. And I thank you guys so much for watching every single week. And if you have any suggestions for videos, please let me know on the social media links. And I will see you next Thursday with another video. Bye!